Hey everyone, we're planting a pentas garden today. It's all for the butterflies. They are my tried and true year-round bloomers, and butterflies love them, especially these, the heirloom red pentas. But butterflies also like the pinks and the whites, which I have scattered throughout my garden in different locations. Some of them grow shorter, like this lavender color, and others grow taller, like this pink and the red. The red by far grows the tallest, so that makes a great one to put in the background. See how the pink here you can see, and then the taller red behind it makes a beautiful look in your garden. All of the pentas in my garden, I have seen butterflies on. I do not have any of the dwarf pentas, but there are probably some cultivars and hybrids mixed in that were designed to get a specific color, but the butterflies love all of these. So I need more in my garden. It's going to be easy for me to add more red because I grow these for my very, very small backyard nursery business. I also picked up a few more pinks over the weekend. This is going to get filled with pentas. And I want to get a bunch of the same color together, like red. There's already some red there. The reason for that is swallowtail butterflies love red. And so if I have a big cluster of red together, it's like a big sign saying, come here, there is lots of red in this garden. Instead of having a little red there and a little red there and a little red there, I want it to be obvious red. So I'm just gonna move some things out of this space and rake up the soil, loosen it up a bit, and get started moving the pentas in. So here's a look at this garden before. I've moved 2 in, and now I'm planting my Darrow's blueberry that I bought to go in the line with the other 2. Once I get that in, then I'll get some more pentas in here. All right, here's where we are now. You see that clump of border grass there and how it goes that way? Well, I'm going to dig it up and make it go that way, which then where all that border grass is will open up more of this garden space for, you guessed it, more pentas. I pre-dug the hole where I'm going to move it, and I literally just put the shovel in and pull it down and lift up the piece. It comes out so easily. And then I can just pick it up and set it in its new spot. And now I'm going to get all that as more planting area. And now I'm going to move that one. And it will come back. Here's where my hose comes through. We run the hose down all the way back behind everything because the spigot's at the other end. So on the other side of my hose, I'll get that one. Let me give you a little before shot, and you'll be able to see just moving a piece of border grass here to here is really going to open up a nice little section of this garden. This one, I'm just trying to dig up. It literally has the hose wrapped around it, so I'm going to have to work it out from the side. There we go. And there's this new hole. Just going to swing it and plop it in. There we go. Look at that. New garden space. More flowers for butterflies. You know, I really like how much better that defines the space. The walkway is more narrow, which means more space for plants and less space for walking. But how much space do I need? I love it. Before we move on, I have to show you Mr. Adorable right here on my swamp milkweed in my swamp milkweed garden. And he's not the only one. I love it. Here's another little guy here on the aquatic milkweed. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. Yay. Well, it looks surprisingly good, and it's jam-packed full of pentas, which what I love about that is you're not going to see weeds in there. There's not going to be any room for them, and if they are, they're going to be hidden below those beautiful flowers. Before I show you, I just want to show you a few areas of where these pentas came from, because they were in other places in my garden, and I just dug them up and moved them, except I did buy a couple over the weekend too. Back in this garden area, there was a white pentas back there. That pink one's still there. I still might move it. And you can see the hole I dug out right there. There was a pink pentas there. So those moved into that space. This garden space here, there were multiple pentas, which there's still another, we have one down there I need to move, and I wanted to move them out of here because they can get kind of tall, and I really want to keep this space and this space lower with flowers. All those pentas over there, I'll tell you about those in a minute. So I don't want anything that's going to get really tall in this area. So that way when we sit in our garden chairs, we have a nice low view here of lots of flowers, but then we can see over them over to here to my milkweed garden and over to here to my new pentas garden. Look how full that space is now. It's a combination of red, white, and pink. And look at how all tangled up they are. Can you imagine butterflies just hopping from one plant to the next? This white one is encroaching. There's another pink one down here. There we go. I have to trim that one up a little. Can you just imagine? Look at how full this space looks now, as compared to when it was nearly completely empty. So here it is from coming behind the milkweed garden. And look at that, with the red trash can, which is your symbol to tap the like button. And look, there's a beautiful monarch coming to try it out. I love that. There's gonna be a lot more monarchs with all the caterpillars. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little walk by. And I love it. Just moving things around, especially like where a lot of these came from, they were unseen and now they're right out in the open. So now this will be the view from my garden chair. I just need more butterflies. I'm so ready for spring, you guys. Christmas and then spring, let's do it. Oh, I was gonna tell you about these pentas. These are the pentas that I'm growing for the nectary. They put in an order for a big supply that's gonna get delivered in February, in time for like spring when everybody goes crazy buying plants at the nectary, and there's going to be a nice supply of red pentas. This isn't even all of them, but I thought, why not just put them out in my garden, let them grow up, let butterflies use them. So that's the story of why all those are here. They're all in pots. And now it's time to go look at some absolutely adorable caterpillars. Here we are at the lepidarium where the adorable little caterpillars that I am raising reside. Up first are the giants, and you can see they are growing too fast, and they're going to be pupating before I know it. Look how big they all are. They're on their host plant, wild lime. I did see a giant swallowtail in my garden the other day, so I do need to go out and check for eggs, but I absolutely love them. Now, some exciting news is, I don't know how I missed them the first time, but I found more polydamas swallowtail caterpillars in my garden, and so I brought them in. There were 4, and they're right here on this cutting, and oh my gosh, they're so cute. Let's get a close-up. Look at those cute little babies. So they're a little bit younger, and you know, funny thing is like these guys are staying together, and my first group I brought in are staying together, but the middle group I brought in, the other group of 4 eggs, they have all spread out. I don't know, they must not like each other. This is a family that does not get along because they're all over the place, but not together. It's the cutest thing. So I don't know. I mean, it's so interesting raising these guys to see how they behave. I don't see the other 2, so now I'm a bit concerned. Hang on. Okay, here's a little one down here. All right, here's the other one. So they're all 4 here, and each one is on its own leaf. Isn't that funny? And then next door, the big guys, but they're still babies. Look at these little guys. All snuggled up together on their little chewed leaf. I mean, that's adorableness right there. Okay, and then you guys, I've been concerned because I'm only seeing maybe 1 or 2 zebra longwings. I see more Gulf fritillaries, and I remember my viewers down in the southwest Florida, when Ian came through, like their zebra longwings disappeared. And I don't want that to happen. So I searched and searched my garden, and I found 2 clusters of eggs, and I brought them in. So I'm gonna just raise some zebra longwings until I see their population is back up again. So let's go see those guys, because they're teeny tiny, but they're cute. Okay, here they are. These are baby zebra longwing caterpillars, and they're on the host plant that I have for them, Passiflora incense. I have some other host plants in my garden too, but this is the main one. And here's the other little group. So cute. So hopefully all these guys will make it, and I'll be releasing a nice number of zebra longwing butterflies in my garden. And I'm still going to look for more eggs and try and raise some more. I might even bring in a few Gulf fritillary. As a matter of fact, one of the plants I brought in, I'm not sure if it's this one, had a Gulf fritillary egg on it. I noticed when I brought it in. I think it's the other plant. Yeah, there it is right there. So I'll be raising that little Gulf fritillary too when it hatches. And here are a couple more little adorable caterpillars. These are monarchs on swamp milkweed in my garden. I guess it is time to wrap up this video. All those pentas will grow even taller and fill in. I'm gonna give them a little bit of fertilizer and water them in real good now. And wait till you see tomorrow's video. So subscribe to my channel, and if you're new to butterfly gardening and you want the ability to ask me questions about specific things, join the Milkweed Crew. It's only $4.99 a month, and there, when I post videos, you can ask questions about butterfly gardening, whatever you want to know, and then I'll make a video about it answering your question, and it will post in the members only group. So there you go. Information about that is down in the description, and I will see you in my next video.